Time to turn things over to Carly Agro for our first look at sports. Carly, and boy, the Riders fans are suffering now in the Grey Cup for the last 2 years in a row, and then they can't even win yet this season.
I know. It's been a rough start for Riders fans out there, and our intern Sarah certainly hit the streets and got her first taste of the Rider pride in this community anyways. Well, the CFL is well known for uniting football fans throughout Canada, but this season's surprises and disappointments have divided the border city more than ever before. While Eskimo fans are looking to hold on to the top of the standings heading into Week 4, Rider fans are still searching for that first win. Sarah Olasha caught up with fans from both sides.
It may only be the start of the season, but Esks fans have already started planning their parade route.
I'm going to march through Lloydminster with my Eskimo jersey on, chanting loud. Rah, rah, rah on Eskimos!
It's exhilarating, it's dominant, and it's embarrassing the Riders, which is the most important part. This time, we're not going to fail to beat the Alouettes like the Riders have repeatedly.
Rider fans are 0-3 and know what the team needs to improve on.
Need some sort of change to get things back going.
Just not working together right now, I think, is their biggest thing.
Oh, defense. Defense is really their primary problem, I find.
I think they're having trouble connecting with the new coach, learning how to play together, and right now there's so much pressure on them to do well that's been a big obstacle for them.
Eskimo fans did not have to be asked twice to give their opinions on what's wrong with the green machine.
If your team hinges on one Fantus flake fellow, it's just going to come crumbling.
Take the melons off their head because they're really not that cool.
As for the Esks winning streak, Rider fans aren't convinced they'll keep it up.
The team is really going to go down.
I think they're counting their chickens before they're hatched.
Oh, no, this is just a short-lived thing. They're just something for them to hope that they might buy a ticket next year.
The Esks are gearing up for a battle of Alberta against the Stamps, while the Riders will face their Grey Cup nemesis, the undefeated Montreal Alouettes. Sarah Leshek, Newcap Sports.
Well, growing up, every young hockey player dreams of playing in the big show one day. And on this week's Superstar Next Door, Matt Schumont takes us down the path that Braden Holtby traveled to the National Hockey League.
Braden Holtby grew up playing minor hockey for the town of Lashburn. His dad was a goalie, and when it came to making a decision whether he wanted to be a player or a puck stopper, well, the answer was fairly easy.
Probably Pee Wee or something like that is when my dad asked or I kind of had to make a choice which I wanted to be, and I always wanted to be a goaltender, so it was a pretty easy choice for me.
After minor hockey, Braden took the next step in his hockey career and got drafted by the Saskatoon Blades. And for Braden, he will always remember where he was when he heard the news.
Pretty shocking, I guess, on draft day in Bantam. I was sitting in Bishop Lloyd Middle School and saw my name come up on the screen of the Blades, and my dad played for the Blades before, so it was pretty ironic there.
The Lloydminster native racked up 82 wins in his 4 years with his time with the Blades, and in 2008, in the 4th round, the Washington Capitals picked Braden with the 98th overall pick, a relief for Holtby and his family.
Stressful day. Went a couple rounds later than I was expecting to, so that was a bit of a letdown, but at the same time it was an outstanding experience. It was stressful, but at the end when I heard my name called, it was a pretty big relief, and obviously went to a great team.
Already with 2 Calder Cup rings with the Hershey Bears, 10 wins in the NHL and 1 shutout, there's always a moment that sticks out more than the others.
Definitely a game I played in Toronto on Hockey Night in Canada. I think it was a very, very good game for myself and the team. It was a very close game down to the wire, and pulled the victory out. And I think it was more the fact that I really learned that I could compete at the NHL level.
And to make things even better, one of the best coaches in the game of hockey, Don Cherry, talked about Braden during the first intermission.
It was a pretty weird feeling, actually, just seeing myself on the CBC and Hockey Night in Canada, and seeing Don Cherry mention myself. And it's hard to put into words because it doesn't really feel any different. But it's just it's a weird feeling watching the same show that you've watched every weekend growing up, and then seeing yourself in it is definitely something that's going to stick with me forever.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Brought to you by your local BRP dealer. Power Merchants of St. Paul, Norsask of North Battleford, and RecTech Power Products of Lloydminster, your local BRP dealers.